Hey guys, welcome to this part of the August Food Forest Tour. Hope y'all are doing great today. Got this plum tree right here. It's a European plum that's doing well. It's got lots of new growth this year, putting on some new shoots still. It's really good to see. I call this carrot row because the carrots are just loving it here. They're all over here. Transplanted these figs the other day in the heat of summer. It's probably more like a few weeks ago maybe, and they are doing really good. Just coming back. Actually, you'd say that's doing really good, and well, I'm talking about kind of where they were before when I transplanted them. They were really struggling, and all the leaves you could see fell off, but they're looking super healthy. We got new growth coming there. There's some let's see if I can get it, new growth coming right there and starting to send out some other buds, so that's really encouraging to see. Looks like they'll make it just fine. Got a blackberry right here in front of this European plum tree. Also, this one was kind of small, but really starting to send up some good growth now. So I think this one was just moved here, so it was a little bit set back from the other ones, but looking like it's doing okay, so that's good. Nice dragonfly. Thank you for helping out in the food forest. They do so much help. Just can't say good enough good things about it. As I've mentioned previously, the Japanese beetles are just disappearing, along with, it seems like, a lot of other fruit-eating pests, so that's really good to see. Got the blueberry right here. It's about 4 feet tall. Looking really good. Healthy, probably get some fair amount of blueberries next year. Got a blackberry right down here in front. Starting to spread out and look good. Got another blueberry over there. And got a peach seedling back in there. If I can see it. There we go. Some of these are hidden so good. Let's see, if I usually have a hard time finding them, then it usually means the rabbits and other critters have a hard time finding them too. So that one's hidden pretty good. It doesn't like the rabbits have gotten to it yet. This apple tree had the dieback right there on the right side. It seems to be recovered, but it's still not, it's only doing kind of so-so. It's doing okay, but not as healthy as some of the other ones. So it'll be interesting to see how that one does. I would have thought it would have done better since it was a supposedly originated from somewhere very similar to our climate here, but I guess it really wasn't that adapted. Got some cucumber going to seed right there. Harvest that and get some good seeds off of that. This fig right here was another one that was transplanted, and it has recovered quite nicely. It yeah, it looks completely dead, I'm sure, especially on that right side. But let's see. See a little green bud down there on the right there, and that is also, there's a green bud. If I can find it. Sorry about all the going around. There's a green bud right there, kind of near the top of that green section right there. It looks like it survived, so I was a little worried about that one, but I think it'll come out. This one's got a blueberry down in front right there, and then a blackberry over there. It's got a peach seedling that's really doing good right there. Apple tree that got apple seedling that got nibbled by the rabbits. It got into the little, must be the little bunnies that get in there to do the cages and feast. This apple tree's looking really good. It's got some really good growth this year, really thick too, like all that is new, and it's about probably at least a centimeter thick already, and just get bigger and bigger. And it looks like got 2 new shoots near the top that are coming back off with this rain. It's putting off some new growth too. The elderberry is just taking over the world over there. It's got a lot of good new growth on it, and all those light green shoots are new pretty much within the last month or two, I think, maybe. So it's really going crazy, and hopefully have some elderberries next year. That'd be really good. Jump over to the next row. Over here on the next row, this is the plum tree, and this tree has just gotten enormous since the beginning of the year. It's crazy. These are the one I had some grafts on, but they kind of failed, and the trunk on this thing is just getting huge. I looked at it the other day and I was like, oh my goodness, that is, it seems to have almost about doubled in size, it seems like, since the beginning of the year. It's really getting huge. Got the blackberries doing good. It's kind of semi-protected now from the deer, so that's really nice. With this kind of pokeweed growing up among it, all glues together a little bit more, and has kept the deer off of the new growth, so that's really nice. Got a little blackberry actually ripening right there, so hopefully I'll find that before the critters do. Plum tree under there is hanging on. Hopefully it'll make it into next year. I think if it'll survive to next year, it'll make it, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, that wasp has something in it. It looks like a Japanese beetle. Let me see if I can see it. It does appear to be some type of Japanese beetle. And that's how they're disappearing. I can't tell if it may be like a robber fly. I think it's a robber fly. It's got it. But let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Some of you probably like, I didn't need to see that. Let's see if I can get it. Come on. Focus on that. Well, anyways, that robber fly is very happy to be disposing of the Japanese beetle. It's kind of cool. I don't know if it looks like the robber fly is kind of floating. It's like hanging on to that weed with like one leg, and then it's got its other legs that it's using to feast on that Japanese beetle. But yeah, that looks like where the Japanese beetles are going. So thank you, robber fly. Keep going. Keep up the good work. That was really cool. So yeah, glad to see that. Hopefully they'll find the plum curculio too. That would be amazing. So yeah, I'm thinking they will. If they're targeting the Japanese beetles, I would think they will probably target the plum curculio too. So hopefully they will. I think there's an apple tree hidden back somewhere in there, so we'll see how that goes. Ooh, I can not fall. Let's see. Nothing really going on in that section that I can see. There was a, can't remember what I had right there. And the rabbits have just been playing over here. I think I took out a serviceberry there, pretty good sized apple seedling that was right there. So that was kind of a shame, but maybe they'll come back with extra vigor, who knows. Got a blackberry, that one's kind of just making it down there. Grapevine growing up in front of this apple tree. This apple tree really isn't a great one adapted to our climate, but it's hanging in there pretty decent. The newest growth, which is this section right here, looks actually really good. So maybe it'll, after this good year of growth, maybe it'll actually kind of really thicken up and maybe have some. It would be nice to see an apple next year, but maybe the year after that. So we'll see how that goes. Tree right there. They've almost nibbled that one to death, sadly. But oh well, maybe it wasn't meant to be. Oop, almost went swimming. That was in just one of the little ditches I have connecting. But let's see. There's a fig that's transplanted. It's doing okay. It's got some leaves that are hanging on there, so that's good. Hopefully it'll pull in some new growth soon. This apple's on its way out. Probably be cutting that one out this fall. This one right there, black locust, is just going crazy. It's huge. Just putting on tons of growth. It's like at least doubled, if not. It's almost looks like it's quadrupled in thickness down there. You can see it's got the two limbs, but then below that it's a single limb, and it's huge. I'd say it's at least 3 inches in diameter, and maybe a little bit more than that. So I think it was only about 1 inch at that height earlier this year. Maybe a little bit more than that, I can't remember for sure, but I need to look back. But yeah, it is thriving and loving it here, so that's really, really cool to see. I think that'll end this part of the Food Forest Tours. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope to see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.